Hey, I'm Jacob, welcome to Churu. So I was out walking my dogs this morning and I came across some pine mushrooms and I thought, pine mushrooms in December, that's a bit odd. But then I realised mushrooms don't care what month it is, they only care about climate conditions. So today I'm going to show you how to find mushrooms in summer, if the conditions are right. So you might be wondering, what time of year is the best time to find mushrooms? Well, it's a bit of a loaded question because obviously different mushrooms pop up at different times of the year. You can get a rough estimate, like pine mushrooms, for example, like to pop up when it's just getting wet, just getting cold, not too wet, not too hot, i.e. the start of winter and the end of winter, so spring and autumn essentially. However, it's not necessarily true. You can't really set your calendar or your clock by it because it's really more about weather conditions, climate. For example, here we are in summer, it's almost Christmas time. On the time of filming, it's the 18th of December, and I am surrounded by pine mushrooms. This is pretty unheard of, and these are in pretty good condition too. Some of them are a bit old, some of them are okay. So it really depends on shop conditions. If you haven't already, check out some of our other mushroom videos. There's a video we made quite a few years ago with my friend Sasha, and she said that mushrooms prefer shock conditions, i.e. a nice big heavy downpour of rain, then a nice sunny day the next day, and pine mushrooms will start popping up. Because of this La Nina weather system that we're having, different mushrooms, like these pine mushrooms are popping up at Christmas time. Pine mushrooms for Christmas, fresh pine mushrooms. It's pretty unusual, but it does happen. So what is the best time of year? Well, that really depends on the weather. I mean, look at that, it's beautiful. Not too bad there. That's a bit yucky, that one. That's a bit yucky. A little bit yucky. Okay, so we got three good ones. So I'm here in the Adelaide Hills in South Australia. Again, like I said, mid-December, so this is the start of summer, and usually this time of year you can expect to get 30, 40 degree days, maybe not 40, but close to it. Because of the weird weather we've been having, like we had the fire on last week. The Adelaide Hills is typically a bit cooler than the rest of South Australia, but that doesn't mean you're not going to get this weird temperature fluctuations where it can go from 12 degrees to 36 within a week, you know what I mean? However, this is December, there shouldn't be pine mushrooms, or at least not typically, and yet here we are. That's still a pretty fresh pine mushroom. That would be succulent enough for me to cook on a barbecue. Some of these other ones are a little bit older, a little bit yuckier, but if you're going to dry them out, turn them into a powder or a salt or anything like that, then these older ones, these sun-bleached ones, are probably going to be fine. So some of these older ones are a little bit yucky, but you don't have to waste them. You can throw them out, you can put them in soups and stews. If you're going to put these in a soup or a stew, you're not even going to notice the different coloration. It's really just an aesthetic thing. They won't be as moist nor as succulent, but if you're throwing it in a stew, they're going to end up pretty moist now, aren't they? If you want to learn how to correctly identify a saffron milk cap, then check out some of our other videos, especially how to find saffron milk caps. There's not too many lookalikes, but you should always be extra careful. So please follow Churu, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, go to the foraging playlist, watch all those videos, you'll get some useful tips. And even then, if you're not 100% sure, please don't pick it and eat it because it's not worth the risk, but it is worth learning how to do it. So find someone like me, come say g'day next time you see me. I'm always hanging out there and sometimes over there. So no, what I mean is please go with someone experienced before checking it out. Saffron milk caps are pretty safe. Lactarius deliciosus, or the common name pine mushroom, they're usually pretty safe, but you never know for sure, so please be smart. Speaking of which, there are a few things that you should be aware of when foraging in summer. Mainly, well, the sun. Be sun smart. I'm wearing sunscreen. You're going to be mostly in the shade anyway, but still, it's Australia, which means also stay hydrated because these are the hotter months. And that also means that there's going to be snakes about. We've got some pretty deadly snakes down here. The most common one you'll see in these pine forests are red belly black snakes. They won't kill you necessarily, you might die, but it's a nasty, you don't want that. They're not very aggressive, but you never know. If you step on one, you're not going to have a good time. But we also do have brown snakes. They will kill you. And often you're going to be trekking into more remote locations, so if you get bit, you don't have a buddy. I'm out here by myself. If I get bit right now, I'm going to have a bad time, so just watch where you're stepping. They won't necessarily attack you, but be aware of that. And of course, there's bloody... Oh, look at that for timing. Mosquitoes. They are everywhere at the moment. It's too hot to wear long sleeve clothes. I can't be stuffed doing that. It's going to be 31 or 29 today, I think. But yeah, just be aware of that. That one's a little bit yucky. Again, if you want to know how to forage correctly, check out my myth busting mushroom video, whatever it's called. There we talk about whether you should pluck a mushroom, cut a mushroom. Spoiler alert, doesn't matter, but check it out anyway. A lot of people have different opinions. I've done a lot of research on this, and it's not just me doing my own research. I'm reading scientific literature where they've done year-long studies, so please check out those videos. Like I said, watch all my videos. Watch them all. It really helps out the channel. Ooh, now that's a pretty one. Beautiful. A little bit of sun bleaching. Again, bleach doesn't sound like a nice thing you want to eat, but all that means is that the sun has changed the pigment, it won't change the flavor. It's a little bit dry, but still a little bit moist, so that's one for the barbie. So because this is an unusual time of year to get pine mushrooms, that is, we're getting a fair bit of rain, but we're also getting some pretty hot days, it means that the water is going to evaporate. Pine mushrooms like a bit of water. So when you're out in the forest, go off the beaten track, head to lower terrain, down into a valley where water is more likely to sit. By doing this, you're likely to find more mushrooms as they prefer moist environments. Whoa. Oh, someone's already been here. Cheeky! Looks like someone's been here before me, but there's still plenty for everyone. There are hundreds out here. So get out there, guys, because there's not long left. The sun will make these guys disappear. Play spot the mushroom. Oh, look at this. This is why always keep your eyes peeled. Mosquitoes, they're a little bit old. Anyway, I'll leave them for someone else. I've got enough. Hey, thanks for watching. I've been Jacob and you've been watching Chubru. I'm gonna go home and cook these bad boys up with some steak or something nice like that. Be sure to subscribe and share this video around if you liked all this stuff. Do all the YouTube shit and check out all of our other foraging videos. You will learn a lot, I promise you. Thanks for watching, friends. Whoa!